H Games, and I'm going to introduce you to Sniper One Shot, my print and play. Okay, hi guys. So just to show you some of the stuff that is going to be part of the print and play files that you could get, we have got, I mean this is just the front cover, but you've got all of the different operations that you are able to take part in. We've got Beach Raid there, we've got City Strike. I've laminated all of these so it's all nice and useful and reusable. It's not going to start looking rubbish pretty soon. We've got Operation Forest Fire, and I know, very original, Operation Blank. Obviously you can mess about with any of these files if you so wish, do what you want with them, in terms of if you wanted to create your own operation, your own ideas. I'm all for that. Same with, you've got these different snipers, and as you can tell I've left 2 of those blank so that if you wanted to put yourself on one of them you could do. If you wanted to put anybody else famous on there, feel free to do so. I have gone for some famous snipers from World War II kind of era, which was actually quite interesting, a little bit of a history lesson for myself. Other bits that you've also got all the cards to say what your enemies are going to be. So we've got sergeants, soldiers, generals, captains, we've got quite a few on there. It gives you all the information that they need to know. So they've got their reaction, range and score. I'll obviously explain what those are going to mean in the game. The other ones we've got as well for our cards, for our own snipers, you've got stealth, range, accuracy, movement and health. Now, to make it really clear as to what you need with this game, alongside all the cards and everything that I've got in the files for you, all you need is 1 dice and you need 1 cube or something to use as a counter. Other bits that you've got all of the enemy cards. Now, these are quite a range of things. We've got movement, which means that you're going to have the movement of the enemies that are already on the board. You've also got deploy, so new enemies to appear on the board. You have got, let me pick some more here, you've got dig in, which means that usually that has the officers going backwards, trying to take a little bit of shelter. There is a reason why they might want to do that instead of just heading forward. And you've got weather. Weather, when those cards appear, they stay in play until a new weather card is chosen or is picked. Other bits that you've got with it, you have got quite a few of these little hexes. Now, this little hex is you. That is your sniper representation. Now, I haven't laminated these ones, probably should have. And you can start off at any of the hexes on this end here. Then you have got all of the likes of these. And these are all of the enemy hexes. So you've got some sergeants, got some colonels. I'll explain what these little ones mean. These ones are some of the other different ones that you've got. Now you can obviously print off as many as you like. I've printed off quite a few to try and cover as many possibilities as possible. Okay, so gameplay. Okay, set up, right, so I have chosen my sniper, going for Zaitsev, so stealth of 2, range of 5, accuracy of 4+, movement of 2 and health of 5. Every one of the snipers has got health of 5. So remember, the only things that you need with the game are something to put on your health track and also a dice. That's it. Everything else is within the files. So setup, all you need to do is you will have all of the cards to be playing with, such as these ones here, I showed you a few moments ago. Right, when you pick the cards to start off with the setup, you are looking for the first 3 deploy. Now these aren't the first 3 deploy because I've been doing other ones there. Right, so I would have gone for a sergeant, a soldier and a general, so not for what I've got there. Okay, and they get discarded. If you pick up other cards, such as any of the movements or weather or digging, then they're discarded and you can shuffle them back into the pack if you want to. but there's enough cards to be able to play with what you've already got there. So with it, what we've got to try and do then is you have a choice of mission cards. On those mission cards you have a primary and a secondary objective. My primary objective is to kill 20 points worth of enemy. So if I show you one of the enemies is a soldier, on each of the cards you have got their score. Now their score is what their points are. Now as one of the parts of the files that is on the PDFs is you can print them off as a bit of a tally chart to keep track of how much you've achieved in terms of points. My other one that I have, my secondary objective, is that I need to get behind enemy lines, so I need to be reaching the other end of the board at some point. I don't need to stay there, but I just need to reach the other end of the board. The way that I can win is obviously achieve both those. The ways that I can lose is that if my health goes down from 5 down to 0, then I am obviously dead and lost. The other way is if any of their pieces, any of the enemies, if anybody reaches this bottom end here. Okay, so first round, let's have a little go. So I have got options. I've got 3 options to do on each of my goes. I can either move to the amount of movement, so I can move 2 hexes. I can shoot if I'm within range. My range is 5. I'm clearly very far away from them, so I won't. And I can also hide, where I kind of sit in waiting and I'm kind of looked after with my stealth. So I'm going to need to move because I'm significantly far away from them. And I'm just going to go straight forward. Remember, you can start any of the hexes that are on the bottom, so I'm going to go straight forward. I'm just going to go for the 2 there. Okay. On their go, on the enemy's go, all you need to do is pick a card. Okay. So if I pick a card here, so with this one, I have picked a general, deploy general. Okay. Now I have got no spare space at the top here because they're all where they originally started. So what I need to do is start on the left hand side. I move forward that general and place another general behind. So I actually have kind of a double general there. Okay, and that is their go done. Okay, next go. It's my go now. So I'm going to move forward again. Now remember, I can move 2, but I need to be within a range of 5. I also need to have no obstacles within the way. So I can't shoot that way because I've got that in the way. These are classed as obstacles. So at the moment, they're all pretty safe. I can't do much about that. They're going to be okay. Right, so next one that we have got is we have got a movement. So the movement is all soldiers and sergeants move forward 1 hex. We haven't got any sergeants. We do have a soldier, so the soldier can move forward. So next go, I can move myself. I'm going to move myself over here because there's some big points over there with the generals. Each general, it's actually a bit strange, so I've got 2 of those out. Each general is with 5 points. I'm almost going to be halfway through if I can get both those done and dusted. So next one that we have got is we are going to have our next one. So picking up the next card, all soldiers again, move forward 1 hex, so they're moving that. I'm going to need to keep an eye on him because there's a lot of soldiers moving forward because it's quite a common one. So I'm going to move off little person, a little counter for Zaitsev 2. Okay, so now it is their go again. And let me pick the next card. Oh no, this is getting a bit awkward now. Probably should have shuffled these better. Soldier and sergeants move forward 1 hex. So again, soldier. I've got no sergeants, so he's moved forward. He's making quite a way, and I'm getting a little bit worried there. But okay, right, I might go again, and I'm going to move my little man. I'm going to come over here because actually I'm going to go across, straight across. Right, next one that we have got for them. Move all sergeants and lieutenants. Right, we have no sergeants and lieutenants. Sergeant is looking like a soldier but with a little bar across, and a lieutenant has got LT. I've got one right here. If I can just pick one. Little LT for lieutenant. Okay, so we've got none of those, so pretty safe. Okay, so I'm going to need to think about getting behind enemy lines here because I'm now thinking that I'm going to need to shoot 1 or 2 of these, but they're still pretty safe. Okay, so next one that we have got, let me get the card out. Deploy one soldier. So I have got one of these spare, so I can put my soldier in that spare one. So that one goes in there. Now that does mean that I'm going to need to keep an eye on this because they're going to be moving quite quickly down there. I'm almost within my 5, so I'm going to move myself up 2, although thinking about what generals are, they have got, they've got very poor range, their range is only 1. Mages have got a range of 2, so I'm still kind of out of the way of those ones. Okay, so they have their next go, and their next go is soldiers and sergeants get to move forward 1, so they're moving forward 1, they're moving forward. Right, they're making quite a headway down here, and I haven't actually done a single thing yet. Okay, so Scythe, he has got a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, he's 4. I'm aiming for this guy here because he's not in any of the obstacles, so he's fair game, I can go for him. Because he is well within range, he is 4 instead of 5, I get to add 1 to my dice. So actually what I'm aiming for is a 3. Let me just roll here. Oh, that was lucky. I got a 3. Okay, so I did actually achieve 4 in total. So I get to keep him, and he's worth a tasty 5 points. Now, because this general behind was also within 2, he gets to move forward. Also, if he were to move within range, he's got a range of 1, so he's very much not, he would be able to shoot and respond. That's when the reaction score is taken into account. But he hasn't done that as yet. So there, well, he's much further away than what he needs to be. There, next go, let me get the next card. We have got a deploy. Another one. Deploy a general. We're back on with the generals again. There's some big points around here. So general is going to come over here because that's the next available one on the left-hand side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight in for this one again. So I can aim for him. I don't need to move. Aim for him, and I've got a 5. So I have shot that little guy down dead as well. So at the moment I've got 10 points. He was within 2 hexes, so he gets to move forward. And again, he is significantly further away than what he would need to be to shoot me. So next one they've got all officers move forward on hex. So that means everybody with the black. Okay, so they get to move forward. Right, my go again now. My problem is that everybody around here is now safe because they're within the obstacles. I'm going to move backwards here, yeah, because I'm still out of range of the major, who's got a range of 2. Okay, so it's enemies go, and they get their card, and they've got another one. All officers move forward 1 hex. So we've got the major moving forward, and we have got the general moving forward. Right, that actually kind of works a little bit in our favour because now we can aim and shoot at the major. Now he is only 3 away, which means that he is 2 within our range. That means that we can add 2 to our dice. So we only need to get a 2 or more. Luckily, I've already got a 5 anyway. So he is now on our list. The major was worth 3, score of 3. So at the moment we're on 13. We're not actually that far off being able to achieve what I need to. There's nobody within 2 around him, so they do not get to move forward. Nobody else gets to move forward. Okay, so it is their go again. Picking out the next card. Okay, so all soldiers get to move forward 1 hex. So as I was saying, this is now a little bit of a concern on this side here. Now we've got loads of points. We've got 13 points. Maybe we should start heading over for the soldiers because although they're only worth 1 point each, I'm not don't want to be leaving it too late. Right, so my go is I'm going to go down here. So I'm going to try and chase them down a little bit. Okay, right, next one they have got to deploy 1 captain. Is that 1 captain? Just pick one up here. Goes on the left-hand side. Now, if you wanted to, I suppose a bit of a twist on the instructions, you could put them on any of those 3. You can take it in turns, say you put it on that one and that one and that one. Whichever, whatever works for you, I suppose, but I start off on the left-hand side and then move across every time. If they are full. Okay, so it's my go again. So I'm going to move mine 2. I suppose what I could have done if I really wanted to is I could have said, oh, I could have reached the end there, gone to the behind enemy lines and achieved one of my objectives. But I'm a little bit, like I say, a little bit concerned with these guys down here. Picking up the next card, especially looking at this card, all soldiers move forward 1 hex. Now, my issue that we're going to have soon is they're going to be within there. Okay. Right, so again, I'm on the hunt. I'm going to carry on down. Okay, then we have got, I was about to roll, I don't know what's going on. Their card. Ah, no, this is terrible. Right, weather. Reduce movement by 1. So that means now I can only move 1 each time. Well, that's going to make my life a little bit more difficult, but okay. Right, so next one. We have got deploy soldier. So we get to deploy a soldier in the next available space. So soldier's going there. Okay, so next one. What have we got? Pick up the next card. Moving all sergeants and lieutenants. Now we have got no sergeants or lieutenants because I haven't checked. Well, they haven't been picked out yet, so that is a lucky card. I don't have to do anything with that. Right, I'm still a little bit too far away, so I'm going to move there. Now I need to be careful because if I show you the soldier one again, they have got a range of 3. So if they do get within 3 and they're not far off, I suppose, then they would be able to shoot at me, which is not really what I want. Okay, next card for them. Oh dear. Oh no, sorry. I can only move 1, can't I? Because of the weather. That weather. Where did I put the weather card? I'll put it back over it. That weather one stays in play until the next weather one gets taken out. So really, the only real one that I want to be able to do with that is Glorious Sun, to be able to put it back into like normal. If you get 2 rain, you don't ever get movement reduced to 0. So the lowest it can go to is 1. So let's say next one is this one here. So soldiers and sergeants. Again, we've got soldiers. We haven't got any sergeants. So that's kind of scuppered my idea of shooting at this guy because he is now in there. However, I can shoot at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I might just do that. So he's on 5, so I don't get any extra for my range. So I'm going to need to roll for that, and I'm going to need to achieve a 4 or more. Unfortunately, I don't. I only get 3. Now, the only kind of saving grace for this is kind of actually 2 things. The reaction is, sorry, the range is 3. He's not within 3. And the one that's further down here is not within 2 hexes to be able to move forward. However, because he has been shot at, he moves forward himself. So the foot race of trying to get to the end there is still on. Okay, I fast forwarded a few of these goes just to try and speed this up a little bit. So it is now my go, and I am going to stick where I am, and I'm going to shoot at this one here. I can't shoot at that one there because he's within his obstacle, I suppose. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 away. So I get to add 1 to my roll. Annoyingly, I have got 2, so I don't get my actually, which needed to be 3. Okay, so because they have been shot at, you get to move forward, and they were within 2 hexes, they get to move forward too. So I'm within 1 of being destroyed. Okay, so again, I'm going to have to shoot him straight away just in case the next one is going to be a movement for him. Okay, so next one, oh, that's lucky. I get a 4. So I get a 4. They're within 1. Actually, it doesn't matter because they would have got it anyway. So get that moved out. Then they move forward. Their range is 3. 1, 2, 3. So I am 4 away. So luckily I am okay. So if I now have my go of shooting yet again, I've got 4 again. So I need to get 3 or more. That's alright, I get 5. So luckily I've just got rid of those 2. I'll tell you what I forgot to do. I didn't actually pick up the next card. The next card was deploy a soldier. So there we go. Me actually destroying one, and actually another one needs to be put on there. Okay, again, keep and tell you what's going on. And I suppose you can see what's happening with the game here. Each time moving forward, or whichever way you want to be going. They're only going in one direction. We're going all around the place trying to stop people from reaching this end, achieving my objectives as well of reaching that end there. Okay, I'll show another short little video of if we have an issue of being shot at, but that is the base of the game. There are some prototype rules, although they're almost completed, I suppose, put on the BGG page, so if you want to download those you could do, but any backing would be extremely welcome, and thank you for watching.